The next topic is your cross-platform applications. So here we'll be discussing about what is cross-platform applications and how it is being developed and what are the advantages of cross-platform applications as well as its disadvantages. So, cross platform mobile development is an approach to developing software applications that are compatible with multiple mobile operating systems or platforms. So, here are a few frameworks, multiple frameworks that is used for the cross platform app development: Titanium, React Native, Xamarin, Flutter, Native Script, Iconic JS, PhoneGap, that is Cordova. Each one of these comes with its unique features and offerings. So, how to choose your cross-platform applications? So, the requirement for choosing a cross-platform. So, the choice of the best solution for near-native or hybrid development depends on multiple factors. We'll see what are the factors which has to be considered for choosing the best solution. First and foremost is the complexity of the solution. Second is your developer skill. Third is the target time to the market. And fourth is your available budget. So these are the constraints which has to be considered for choosing the near native or hybrid app development. Without taking these factors into consideration, it is impossible to say which of these tools for a near native and hybrid mobile application development is the best. So let us consider an example for the cross-platform mobile application for easy understanding. First is your Instagram, Skype, Walmart and Airbnb. These are developed by using the React Native. Next is Google Ads, My BMW app, eBay Motors and the New York Times. All these are developed with the help of Flutter. Third is the World Bank, Fox Sports, Alaska Airlines and BBC Good Food are used by Xamarin. So these are the few examples for the cross-platform mobile application development. So we'll see about the advantages of cross-platform mobile app development. The first is the faster development. Here the developers will make use of one code which is being developed in one platform and it is quickly launched in another platform. So there is no need to build separately. So it is fast development. That is, the developer has high development. The everything is in one place. That is, a cross platform application are built as single projects but support different devices. That is, the Gmail which is being opened in the web browser can also be opened in the mobile application as a mobile application. Similarly, your Instagram, Facebook, Uber, everything all has been developed as one code base, but it is accessible in different platforms. So it is possible to reuse a big part of an app's code between the platforms, and that is why development is much quicker. Second is a lower cost. When compared with your native applications, a cross-platform one can be about 30% cheaper in building iOS and Android app separately. We can have just one project for both iOS and Android app, and big chunks of code and other assets can be reused between the platforms. So the development is faster and the overall cost of each platform is less compared with your native application development. Third is a wider audience. So many app faces one of the major challenges starting with the mobile app development. It is whether to either to create in an Android application or as an iOS application first. So irrespective of any platform, it is always a trade-off which can cost a lot of money. Starting with the cross platform solution, we get a much wider audience at the very beginning. That is, we can target both the market at the same time. We can also build for one platform first to release the product faster and then quickly iterate on the other by adding support for the second platform. That is, if I'm creating an application for the Android platform, it could be introduced into the market at a small period of time, and within this small period of time then it could be iterated and developed for iOS to release in that particular platform. So has a wider audience and it captures a market sooner. The next is consistency between the platforms. So iOS and Android have some differences in terms of building, navigation and design. So in cross-platform development, the most popular UI differences are handled by the default. In native development, even in a team with great communication, there are some differences in implementing these functions. But whereas in your cross-platform development, this situation doesn't occur as the platforms share the same code base. Since it is kind of sharing, there is no differences in implementing these functionalities. So it allows you to build a more coherent brand identity in apps on both platforms with less effort. Next is reusable code. So this is one of the greatest things about the cross platform applications, to create one code base for Android and iOS at the same time. In native application, it is necessary to write code separately, which is usually done by two different developers or teams. But whereas here in custom mobile app development, the whole code base is in one place. It saves lot of time because one developer can handle both the platforms concurrently. So here it takes reusable code. Next, we'll see about the disadvantages of cross-platform mobile application development. The first and foremost is the lower performance. The performance is one of the important characteristic of an app. It depends on many factors, but in general, if we compare two applications, one is a native and the other is cross platform, and both have the same functionalities, the native one will be slightly faster because it enhances all the hardwares and other features supports only to that particular specific platforms. Here, these differences in performance are usually small, especially when it comes to simple applications. For simple applications, there will be only minimum level of differences, performance differences when comparing between your native application as well as your cross platform applications. Next is harder code design. The cross platform application have to adapt their design and functionalities not only to specific devices but also to platforms, which have many differences. It creates extra work for the developers who have to handle the specific exceptions for a variety of devices and platform differences, especially with more complicated features. This issue doesn't happen in your native apps, so the developers can focus on solving the user's problem. But it is tough when compared with the cross platform mobile application development because it has different platforms, different exceptions will be raised. Next is long wait time for new features. Every time Google or Apple introduces a new feature for Android or iOS, it takes some time to update applications to support this new features. In native app, new SDKs are provided with updates much faster than for the cross-platform frameworks. So, as of now, we have completed the cross-platform mobile application development. We have seen what is cross-platform mobile applications and few examples on it and its advantages and disadvantages.